his violent stepfather, whom we named Evil Bean. Wayne Weber was a bit older and an inspirational ladies' man, but still, he needed to take care of his diabetes. Later, there were fabulous girls, Valerie and Liz. Yes, and we had jam sessions that drew crowds. We played with electric instruments and danced like crazy. Moogy was a leader and an impresario. He had a talent for bringing the other kids together into creative projects and happenings. Moogy and I learned to play harmonicas together. Gene Heimlich was a couple of years older, and he was a virtuoso. He gave us quick little lessons and left us plenty to practice. Moogy took every opportunity, realizing that playing the harmonica was more important than school. I agreed and joined him between classes at Great Neck South, in the halls and under the stairs, in the bathrooms and walking down the streets. We delighted our friends and aggravated our teachers, playing duets and practicing that special double and triple tongued tuck-a-too, tuck-a-too, tuck-a-tuck-a-too, tuck-a-too that we learned from Gene. Moogy loved to get attention and show off, so like me, we both got into Theater South. It was great fun, even just auditioning. We enjoyed talking in dialects and playing characters. That was an aspect of play that we continued all our lives. I remember one rainy night just a few years ago, I was driving in the rain with Moogy and Richard Corey. Something about Gato Barbieri's saxophone on the radio and Wet Pavement Ride evoked Raymond Chandler. We became characters in a film noir. It was great being with Richard and Moogy together. Being with Moogy, Richard, and Liz together was always special like that too. We played together well. Moogy loved his friends, and I was lucky to be one of them for nearly 50 years. But we got in trouble a few times for having too much fun. One time when we auditioned for Wizard of Oz, I got cast as the Scarecrow. We were talking and laughing and having a great time when it seemed like out of nowhere, Mr. Borisov scolded us and kicked us both out of the show. Yeah, we were shocked. The injustice. At the famous Civil Rights concert, Vice Principal Al Nagel closed the curtain on my striptease, and we were furious, especially Moogy. I was already out of school and attending Robert Louis Stevenson in the city, and Moogy soon joined me there. It's time, Moogy urged me. We don't need school. Let's just quit and move to the village now. We can play harmonicas and tap dance for spare change. We can sweep the floors, Cafe A Go-Go, and the bitter end until we get discovered. After a few months of urging, Moogy did it without me, and I went back to Great Neck South. He and our dear friend Liz moved to the village. One night, when we were still about 16 years old, and I don't remember if Moogy and Liz were a couple yet, but we got together and entertained my parents' dinner party at 7 Somerset Drive South. We loved Bob Dylan and did Mr. Tambourine Man and Like a Rolling Stone. Moogy sang and played piano. I played harp. Liz played tambourine and danced and sang chorus with me. We performed with passion. Moogy always played that way, with passion and conviction. He lived that way too. I don't know of anybody that was truer to himself and his ideals and who had more drive and push for justice. Over the decades, we've lived separate and full lives, but remained dear and loyal friends. We married and raised children. Moogy and Dorrit did a great job in combining their best parts and making a wonderful son. Moogy was so proud of George, his beautiful boy. He delighted in sharing the stage with him. And I enjoyed watching George frolic, delighting me, his father, his mother, and the audience too. I was lucky enough to see Moogy perform at the bitter end last year, along with many of our old friends and fans. We witnessed him realizing his dream. He paid plenty of dues, and he got to join the club. He had the time of his life on the stage and in the spotlight, mic'd up and in harmony with a great band. His body was ravaged by cancer and treatments, but his spirit and courage lifted everyone in the packed house.
Yeah.
So many of us enjoyed his passion for entertainment and appreciated his brave commitment to justice. Moogy was unforgettable and completely authentic. He was my friend for nearly 50 years. He helped a lot of people with his energy, generosity, his passion, commitment, his many creative talents, his sense of humor, and his love of adventure. And Moogy helped me too, long ago, when I needed him most, just by being my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. We have a little bit of music.